Hi, Don Acton here. This is the Acton Family RV. We usually keep it here at our office on Patton Avenue. And I want to give you a lesson on all the systems of the RV. First thing we'll do is unlock it. And there are two separate systems in the RV. The engine has a separate air conditioner, separate battery, and then the coach has its own system. So to start it, of course, we use the key. But if for some reason the battery on the engine has worn down, there is a switch right down here. It says emergency start, and what that will do, that will use the coach batteries to start the engine. And then, of course, you'll figure out everything on the dash, the air conditioner. This is a backup camera. If you don't want it up while you're driving down the road, the button is right here and it will retract into the unit. Let's go around and look at everything else. And first, I want to share with you what these compartments are. The first one down here is the generator. And you should not have to mess with the generator. The third one over here is the two batteries. Those are less than a year old. And then we'll open, when I park the RV, the first thing I do before anything else, once it's parked, is I plug in the electrical system. This key opens every one of the little boxes around here. And I'll guarantee you, whichever way you put it in, it will probably need to go the opposite. Yeah, that didn't work. Pull it out, turn it over, and it should turn easily to open that up. You open this one up, pull it up. This is a 30 amp RV. Now, if for some reason you don't have a 30 amp and all you can plug in is a 110, this is the adapter. You plug it in here, a little light will come on telling you this is working. But usually at an RV spot, you're going to have 30 amp. Let's put that back up. So there we go. Lock that. And then next one down here, here's the gas. It burns regular gas. And then this is the sewer hookup. So you open this up. Notice down here, you simply twist this cap, twist the cap off. Don't twist the cap off yet. First, come over here and pull out this. Now, if it won't come out this end, if something's hung up, which it shouldn't be, just take the cap off the other end. Just take the cap off the other end and pull that. So you pull this out, and then you connect this. Take the cap off, connect that, and then run it out to wherever the hose is. Put it in there, and then open the black water and the gray water. Okay, that's how that works. Now we'll go to the other side. We'll twist that back in. Let's go around over here. We don't use this one right here at all, but here's the one you'll want to use. Let's open this up, and of course I stuck the key in wrong, so I'll flip it over. And there we go. Open that, open that. Lift this whole thing, put it right here. Let me share with you what's in here. This, sometimes you'll want to use on the sewage. And you would hook that into the hose, and then that end would go down in the hole. Not always necessary. This thing back here, this black thing, you can put it out to put the hose on to get it up high enough to dump it in. This is the water hose. And so let's walk back over here and I'll show you. pull this cap off right here, and that is where you connect the water hose. When we get it plugged in, then you'll also see other things in here. Here are rubber gloves for hooking up the sewage. This little thing right here is an air pump. Now back here in the back, you can't quite see it, but there's about 4 or 5 inner tubes back there to float on creeks and rivers and things. If you're going to use those, there is the air pump that plugs into the cigarette lighter. Here we have 2 anti-gravity chairs. We have 2 more lawn chairs in here. Here is the mat for the front door. This white thing, you pull it out and it wraps around the front. It attaches to the door up here and wraps around to close off all that. So that's what this white thing is for right here. And then here we have some paddle balls, and here are the tablecloths. These are the clips for the tablecloth. You'll also see there's these little things here. I'll show you what those are for in a minute. Here is an electric grill. You're welcome to use that. This is a little portable cooler with wheels on it. If you want to take that with you, we will put this back down. We will close this like so, like so, like so. Here you got some outlets here. This is the hot water. This is the gas. Down here, you should not have to mess with that. I will turn the gas on for you and get the refrigerator working. You won't have to mess with that. And then if you're not going in an RV site, this is where you store water. There is a 40-gallon tank in here. It will hold 40 gallons of water. But if you're going to be staying in RV sites, I would not fill that up. It's just a lot of extra weight that you don't need going down the highway. I always keep some water in it. This little key is what unlocks the door. I don't use that one at all. I only use this one. And then we open it up, and there is a latch right over here. If you want to keep that door open, we just latch it like that. Then we have the screen door. Now, in here, the very first thing that's important is this. Right here, you need to turn that on, and you can see the green light came on. Without that, this activates the whole electrical system back here in the coach. So that has to be on for anything else to work. Up here, you have your control panel. Here's the generator and how you start it. Here is how you extend the slide. Now I want you to keep in mind, when you put the slide out doing this, the engine on the vehicle itself cannot be running. This, you cannot put the slide out or in if the engine is running. And then you won't need the tank heaters. If you're not plugged in, you can see the red light come on. This means you can use the water now without being plugged in. So while you're going down the road, if you want to use the sink or the toilet, make sure this is on, make sure the green light is on down there, and then this system will work. Here is the water heater up here. You can either heat water with the gas or with the electricity. Once you plug in to the 30 amp, I would use this. Now, what we have found though, because it's 30 amp, if you have the air conditioner running full blast, that is sucking a lot of juice, and it may flip the breaker off. So we don't normally leave the hot water on, except maybe first thing in the morning we will turn it on for a little bit, and the water will stay hot in there throughout the day. But if you leave this switch on, it is drawing enough electricity that may break the circuit breaker. So that's the water heater. The gas stove, you'll figure that out. Of course, it has a spark light here that you can light it with. Here's your microwave. Refrigerator. Take a look at this for a minute, because the refrigerator, when it is on auto, it will run on gas if you're not plugged in, but as soon as you're plugged in, it will go ahead and go switch to electricity. We don't keep it at 5 because it's way too cold. We usually keep it about level 3. That seems to work well. If the light over here is flashing, that means it is not on. It will be a continuous light when it's on. A couple other things I want to show you. The heating and air conditioning controls are right here next to the bed. You will figure all that stuff out, no problem at all. And let me see what else we've got here. That we got the coffee maker down here, and then yes, this is the panel box. So if everything does go off, you just turn the switch here, open that up, and usually it's this one right here. It will be like that, indicating, okay, there was too much juice going out. So you just push it down, flip it back up, and instantly everything should go back on. Now, another thing I want you to notice, the bungee cord up here. The bungee cord up here, this definitely needs to be on, and this needs to be on when you are going down the road, because we keep everything loaded. In fact, you can kind of see, here's what we have in here, you know, here's what we have. We'll take that off. You can see all the stuff we have in there, the stuff down here in the bottom, so it's fully equipped. But if you don't have the bungee cords on here, this thing will fly open and everything will come flying out. So you see we've got plates, saucers, bowls, different types of condiments over here. On this side, glasses, koozies, you know, your other silverware, all in there. So you're good to go there. And then under here is the trash bags, you know, cleaning stuff, paper towels, anything like that. Of course, you'll figure out everything else in here. Joni, can you think of anything I missed?
Sheets and towels.
Here are, yes, we'll always have clean sheets and towels. Here are the sheets, the towels. Here is the down comforter. So when you are through, if you will clean the RV like it was when you got it, take all the dirty linens, everything, put them back in this bag. That way we will take it home, do the laundry on everything. Joni, can you think of anything else? I think that's about it. You know, there's all these little vents up here that, you know, when you're running the air conditioner, you know, leave these things closed. There's one in the bathroom, one in here. You know, there's a couple more throughout the coach. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you. And Joni, if you'll step down here in the door, we're going to put this slide out. Just, you can see what it looks like when the slide out's in. Now, when the slide out goes out, you will see how it makes a huge, huge difference in the inside of this coach. There we go. So now you can see in a rainy day or whenever you're just in here, you've got plenty of room to move around and not step on top of each other. But one of the things I wanted to show you that's important is, and again, if you'll step over here, Joni, to see this, right here, this piece of molding, if the driver's seat is, and we'll put it back here, is back like this. So I want you to watch what happens when we try to slide it in if the driver's seat is back here. Okay, we will bring it in. And you can see what's going to happen is the slide out is going to hit, I can't see yet. So you can see right here, this is going to hit the seat. That will be a problem. So reach down here on the lever and make sure you got that seat up so this has plenty of room to clear. And now we'll bring it the rest of the way in. There, you can see it cleared the seat over here. There we go. All right. So any questions? You have my phone number. Send me a text, or if it's an emergency, call me. Thanks.